Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're in here messing around with me like we're in here barely. Forgot to put my shirt on. And so anyway, how's it going, guys?
Fantastic, man. Tony Tiger, great.
Oh yeah. Right.
They don't know nothing about that.
Well, we used to. I don't. What Tony Tiger had the frosted flakes.
Yeah, frosted flakes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I ain't. We just had the regular corn flakes.
What, the one with the chicken on it, with the rooster on it?
Yeah.
You got to put sugar in it.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to add something to that most people going to think is, I don't never eat cereal, but even if I had to eat some right now, if this is not an option, I won't eat it. I'd rather eat it without the milk, which I don't know, but I wouldn't, anyway, regardless. Our house used to be so cold that my mom used to warm the milk, right? Okay. And so now I don't know how my brothers and sisters would eat it now if they ate it. But I can't eat cereal unless the milk is warm.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I won't eat it if I eat cold milk or something.
So, what did you put the warm it up in a because I know to keep back in the days to keep the house cold, you use the oven or you had the window heaters.
But now, I guess I don't think we really never did the oven thing. Obviously, that'll help warm up the house, but we had like a wood heater. I don't even know if a lot of people don't. I might have to pull up a photo just for GP, but it has like a pipe that goes to the ceiling, and it's just like a big cast iron type deal. You have to literally put wood in it. But yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, point being on the we talking about, you said Tony Tiger the Great. I just thought about the cornflakes.
Well, I'm still stuck on the fact that the warm milk,
Yeah, I can't eat. I won't eat it. I won't eat it.
Because I'm like, cold milk out of the refrigerator, pour it on your cereal. You take it.
Well, back then, just warm it on the stove in a pot, in the stove on the pot. But we ain't had no damn microwave.
Ain't no microwave back then, right, Flip?
They existed, but we ain't had one.
You're right.
But yeah,
I didn't even know about a microwave till I came to America.
Well, I didn't. When the microwave really came pop, I was probably grown when that happened anyway, though.
The microwave was in the 90s.
So I was grown then. I was grown then, so yeah. But anyway, we here to talk about real estate tonight.
Yeah, we talking about real estate. We
not cereal.
Milk and microwaves.
Yeah.
It's like that became popular in the 70s. Is actually.
It was available in the South. I think it became more affordable in the 90s. I think
wholesaling became popular in the 80s.
Yeah. I researched it. I thought it had been around and it may have been around in a sense of just the the process of brokering a deal. That's really all the thing you're doing is
right.
Yeah,
like a middleman theory.
Yeah. You're acting you're doing the same thing a realtor would do, but to make it legal for you, you actually insert yourself into the actual deal with a purchase and sales agreement. That's why a lot of the states, they're putting the ones that have, not say a lot, the ones that have done it, they require you to have a license, because on the surface, you're doing the same thing as a realtor would do.
Right.
Or whatever, but you're just inserting your deal or become a principal within the transaction, because you do put a purchase and sales agreement on the property. A real estate agent is only using a listing agreement to represent a seller or a buyer, and that's why that requires a license. Whereas you, like, I'm part of the deal. You know, I don't require a license. But again, some states are making that a part of the process. But I researched it. I was like, when did and I asked ChatGPT and it broke it down. So I think it came around like after World War I, when all the veterans came back, the people in war. And she names some guy, I can't remember what his name was. He started creating those different, because there was a big boom in housing. And so this cat created, from my memory, I have to go back and research it, basically created some techniques to creatively do deals, a real estate deal, and wholesaling came out of one of those. You know, just
I thought it was a Ron LeGrand, because I know Carlton Sheets didn't really.
No. It had 30, 40 years before Ron come around.
It was way before them, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, way for them cats. Yeah. You go. Robert Allen was even before them, I think. But it's easy to research that though, or whatever. So
we're gonna kick it off with the question.
I think Toka is trolling us again, because we've done that.
No, Flip. I was talking about the question that the topic, the top question.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you a wholesaler? How to handle this question?
Yeah, this question. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times people. I was just asked this question yesterday, and you know, I had to let them know, like, I'm an investor. Wholesaling is a part of my strategy. I do buy and holds, I do fix and flips, I do creative, and I also do wholesaling. So I'm an investor that do all different forms of real estate. Wholesaling just so happen to be one of them. So that's how I handle that question for sure.
Okay.
Well, I would have had a similar answer when I met Timmy, probably 3 or 4 months ago. I would have had a similar answer 3 or 4 months ago, but the answer now is, yep, that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. Is I have a great problem that I think your problem can help me solve. I have more people ready to buy stuff like this than I have to offer them.
Okay.
You want to get it sold quickly, or you want to piss around with a real estate agent?
Okay, I like that.
Yep.
There's so many different ways to skin the cat. I like that.
Oh, a ton of ways. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's simple, straight to the point. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So Toka, it is actually a property we haven't done yet. I'm looking.
He said the man trolled.
But he responded to Bob. He was like, "No, I'm not trolling."
No,
my fault, Toka. I thought you was, but we'll do that property.
Which one is it?
First one, Toka 2508.
Okay, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the seller wants 150.
All right.
Yeah.
I got you, Toka. This is the one that he put out yesterday, but I got you. On Monday, but I got you though. We won't get it done. Oh man, like, y'all need to listen to me. I need this done. Okay.
Ella is asking you, the real Chevy, about I guess the property in Shreveport.
She ain't never hit me up. What's up? Let's attack that. Man,
because you
send me a text right now. Like right now.
I don't know, Chevy. Are you on the screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen.
No. You sort of you slid over a little bit to the we can't see you. You sort of off to the I don't know what side.
I don't know if it's left or right, but
Yeah.
Oh, my camera. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what y'all mean. Oh, okay. Can y'all see me now?
We can.
Yeah.
Well, it don't matter right now, but yeah, we got the but yeah,
All right.
we got you. We got you.
Okay.
And my fault, Vendetta. It is a guy. You are a man. My fault.
Okay. I'm just
And
going to call you
he said he called after the show ended.
We're gonna get it together.
Yeah.
What? Man, text me right now. I'm telling you, I got a buyer like yesterday. I just talked to him the other day. He was like, man, I'm about done with this property. I need another one.
He said he's going to text you right now. He said he's going to text you.
Okay. And I'm going to call you as soon as the show is over so we can put that on the contract, period. That'd be a nice little payday, man. For sure, for sure. All right. So we have I got the property pulled up.
Oh.
Okay, Jacksonville. We're gonna clear this up. Reset it. And we're gonna do 6 months. And we're gonna add our subject property. Hey, Flip.
Yeah.
It normally give me the option to add the property right here, but it haven't been doing that lately.
Well, what you do is click in the map.
Okay.
All right. It's popped up. So now click on it, and then it let you do it. Click on the box that's up. Yeah. No. Click on the actual image of the house. Yeah. All right. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Some markets that'll do. I have no. We've been trying to figure it out. Some that'll do it. So you just have to take that extra step.
Okay. All right. So now. Okay. Let's draw our map. We're going to go wide with this one. See what we got. We got 1 and 2. We got one for 170 and 113. Nothing pulling up. Toka.
You might need to zoom out a little bit.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Okay. Still, we got 2.
Might want to go up 12 months.
12 months? All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that one is nice.
Listed too.
All right, what we got here? Let me take these off.
2508.
2508.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make that the target. 1,758 square feet, built in the 60s. This is a smaller one. We could take this one off. And 1927, smaller. We could take that one off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. This one is a 6-bedroom.
Square footage about the same though.
Mm-hmm. 9 out of 10 times. That's, let me see here. I would think that this was a duplex.
Says single family. I'll check
Wow.
out 6 bedroom. Must be a big time Airbnb, depending on the neighborhood.
Well, they say pod split. But let's go back to it, though. So that's listed. We can't even count that at all.
Yeah.
So right now, for where we at with it?
Was that one renovated? The one that's left?
What, this one?
Yeah.
This one is 1188. This one was built in
I'm saying, was it, if you click on the image, let's see if it was renovated. Yeah, they did something in there, didn't? No, well, no. Well, just clean it up, then it ain't really renovated.
they put down some carpets, put down the carpets and all that stuff. So they put the carpets down and everything. So, but nah, this don't look.
No, it ain't.
They clean it up though. They clean it up nice, but nah, it's not renovated.
No, it's not renovated. And they still sold it for what, 113?
I mean, that's where Token need to be at.
Yeah.
That's where he need to be at. He need to be in the hundreds,
Low
in the
100.
low hundreds.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Token, you need to be in the low hundreds, man.
yeah, probably below 100 to make money.
Yeah. You need to be. Yeah, you need to be like around 80,000 for that one. And then it also depends on the condition as well. But yeah, you need to. I mean, because the square footage are different, and just from what you see where they're listing the other one for 239. So I mean, honestly, fixed up, you'd probably be able to list it at 200 and be good.
And this question is addressing an issue I think we talked about Monday, where the states are mandating it for you to let the seller know what you're making off of the. Because somebody's asking about that.
That's for realtors.
For realtors, yeah. Yeah. So the Feifei is asking about Chicago, but it's probably going to be mandated everywhere, and for realtors.
Well, yeah. I think she's talking about. Well, I don't know what she's talking about because Illinois has been that way for 3 years. I think even before COVID. I think they had that thing in there before then. So,
all right. The next property is from Swamp Nation Outdoors, and they're asking. This is in Natchez, Mississippi, 19 York Lane, saying he or she offered $25,000 and asking, is that good on the property?
Which property?
Natchez. This is 19 York Lane in Natchez, Mississippi.
Natchez, 25,000.
Yeah.
Natchez. How close is that to Jackson?
Natchez is not close to Jackson. It's its own kingdom.
Oh.
It's right on the Mississippi line. Is it? No, my bad. I'm thinking about what's the name. My bad. Well, it ain't close to Jackson, but yeah.
Ooh, this one's gonna need some work.
Is that right on there? Yeah, it's close to the Louisiana. Is that the Louisiana line? Yeah.
Oh, I got it now, Ty. Okay, cool. I got it now. Okay. All right. So you say go back a year?
Probably on something like this, small town like that, you're gonna probably have to.
I don't see nothing really. There ain't no comp for this, man.
It's one down at the bottom, but you have to take that whole city into account. Probably you have to try to zoom out more to come up with anything.
Oh, right here. Oh, wow. That's on the other side of the city.
That's the way it be in small towns, man.
They look like the other side of the world. Wow.
Yeah.
We might
want to see what was for sale though too. Because it's Mississippi is non-disclosure.
Okay. To see what's for sale too.
Yeah. Well, so remove that boundary. Like it's quite a bit of activity for sale. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Let's see.
Yeah, it's a good thing for this area.
Yeah, for that area. I'm saying
not for where that property was at.
no, I'm saying remove the boundary. Let's see if it populates. Okay, yeah, we got some more. Yeah. What was it? You might want to put the address back in to see where it was again.
Yeah, 19 York Lane, Natchez, Mississippi.
Okay. Is it right here?
No, you in the area though, so we close enough. So we got 100.
Yeah. There's literally no activity by there.
Tough.
I won't fool with
What is that one right there selling for right there? The one right there,
this
close
one?
to it. Yeah.
That's not close. That's not even close to. Come on. That's at least a good 3-4 miles away.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that in a small town. It ain't gonna matter. What else you gonna go by?
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got.
And then even in small towns, you're gonna have to go, but we went back 12 months. You're gonna have to go back 24 months.
2 years?
Yeah. What else you gonna go by?
All right, let's see what we got. So we got 2 houses that's listed.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 houses that's listed, and our target was what address? York?
19 York Lane.
Okay, 19 York. And York Lane is built in 51, 3 beds, 1 bath.
It's the newest one.
Okay. Everything else is 3222. This one sold for 389. This one sold for 324. This one sold for 225. This one sold for 109. I wouldn't believe none of those for when it comes to your property, though. When it comes to this property, that's different. It's a different ball game.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough right there.
Yeah, a different ball. It's a different ball game in my city. We call that a tear down.
Yeah, you oh, that's a shotgun for real, ain't it? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's livable. It's livable though. You know, I'm just saying.
All right. So when it comes to that property, what I would do is I would get it under 10 grand. Just like that. No, 25 is not good.
I was thinking 5.
Yeah, 25 is not good.
I was thinking like 5 and under. Maybe you can sell it for 10.
Yeah, 25 is not good at all. At all. You're gonna lose so much sleep over that property. Speaking of which, I gotta go and give a property back today. You'll lose so much sleep. Yeah, 25 is not good.
Next question comes from Charles Madden. He actually has 2 questions. One is, what makes me different as a wholesaler from an agent and not having my license?
I started explaining a while ago when the other person asked the question is that, okay, so the way a real estate transaction happens is normally is you have a seller, you have a buyer, okay? So the first part of it for us is finding a deal and we're the buyer for the seller according to the paperwork, right? The contract, purchase and sales agreement. So once we put it on the contract, that makes us different than a realtor because that's not what a realtor does. By law, unless that contract says you can't, we can assign our position over to a buyer for a fee. That's the difference. They're not a part of the actual purchase or sale of the property, right? We've interjected ourselves into the deal by that contract. They will have a listing agreement, which means I can represent you to either sell a property and or buy a property, to find and buy a property. but that's a listing agreement, and that requires a license in all states. That's the difference. I don't know if I got too technical, but that's the difference. One of it, let me try this fifth grade level again, readability, because I like to use on ChatGPT. Basically, I am an actual buyer. The broker, the agent or the broker ain't. I can become a seller too, depending if it's a double close, the broker and agent ain't. They're not. That's the difference. Because of the paperwork that positions me to be different than an agent or broker. It may appear to be the same thing, but legally, that's the difference.
And earlier on Monday, I think it's the same person because it seemed like the same exact question, but he's asking if your one-page contract is sufficient to close a deal. Most real estate agents have 10 pages.
So what that's saying is, Charles, have you done a deal yet?
Or you?
That sound like you haven't done no deal yet, man. Yes, the one-page contract is good enough to close the deal. Long as you're going direct to a seller, you're good. Now, if you call in online, if you call in on market properties and you're dealing with realtors and all that stuff, that's where your challenge going to lie with that one-page contract. But if you're going direct to seller, you actually putting in that work to deal direct to a seller, you will not have no challenges at all when it comes to that one-page contract.
And Miranda Ware, if you would provide us, well, the question she has is, I have buyers hitting me up but saying too high price. Possibly, Miranda, if you put the address in, we can take a look at it and see possibly why they're telling you it's too high price.
I mean, the property is too high. If one buyer said, but if you have 2 and 3 and 4, and then also at the same time, maybe, a lot of times those seasoned investors, they think that a property is priced too high, whereas that newer investor, they just want to get their feet wet and they're dealing with banks' money. So they might maneuver and move a little bit different as well. So you just got to present to the right buyer. That's also, another part to it as well. But yeah, we could definitely evaluate the deal though for you.
Okay, she just put it in at the bottom.
Atlanta, Georgia. All right, what's the asking price? All right, let's look at it. Just clear it up.
She's saying 155K.
155, that's not bad. Atlanta. Let's remove boundaries. Okay. Saying, let's click on it. Let's go back to it. We're going to add it. Come on now. Boom. Let's add that. We're going to go back out. Let's scroll out. 270. Let's look at what's been sold.
I need to share the screen. My bad.
Oh, I thought the screen was being shared. Okay. So we got a major highway over on this end right here. Nothing on this side. Yeah, I see why they're saying that it's the price is too high. So if we just go over here with it.
How much time you put on it?
I did 6 months.
Okay.
I mean, it's Atlanta, man. I thought Atlanta is different.
There will be more activity, but yeah. They got pockets too. Yeah, right. Not a lot having all. That may be a good thing. It might not just be a lot of inventory, but still interest. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
On the market.
I mean, just based on the buying activity, this one is on the market for 269, and they bought it for 176. That was several years ago, though. Okay. What was the address again?
That one is 2056 Grant Road, Southwest.
Okay. 2056. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 22. It's a smaller property. So yeah, you have it. You definitely have it too high. If it's 150 that you're asking,
Yeah.
yeah, you have it too high. You really are gonna be right around. This one is 170. Dropped.
Well, I would probably remove that one just because of the square footage is so much bigger.
Yeah. All of these square footage are big, so you don't really actually have a comp for what you have going on.
Well,
So
I
you're
do.
fine.
If you look at the column, if you excited, so you look at the column with the PPSF, right
Yeah,
there.
right here, price per square foot. Yeah.
Ideally, it's supposed to address that for you, right? Because normally when an appraiser goes out, you're not gonna have any of them all the same. So he tries to come up with a price per square foot to adjust for the square footage differences. Ideally, if we can compare likes to likes, we do, but sometimes you have to go with nearest and best because it's just not there. So the next level, that's the way Zomps is basically designed, is to give you that suggested ARV based on that average price per square foot or whatever. So regardless, she's asking basically probably what it'll say, what the retail,
Yeah, what it would sell for. Yeah.
what the retail price would be,
Yeah.
if that, so.
Yep. So suggested is 140.
Yeah.
Really, you probably need to be around 70,000. Where you putting it back out at 80 for it to make sense for an investor. So yeah, you definitely have it priced too high.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That's handled.
Charles Madden, I think he just overthinking the whole process.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, he just overthinking.
Yeah.
But he had a follow up.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that way. So what's his follow up? What's his
Okay. He was asking about should he set up an LLC because he said sometimes people laugh at a one-page contract, I guess, to protect his identity, I guess.
Okay. All right. So when you're dealing with motivated sellers,
They don't care.
ain't gonna be no laughing. I can tell you that right now. It ain't gonna be no laughing. You're dealing with people. I can guarantee those people that laugh, you don't have a deal anyway, right? As for the cash wholesale deal, the pool that the problem from the way it sounds, the pool of houses you're targeting are either realtors or seasoned investors, and they'll go with my contract. But investors, that's not a big deal. But it sounds like you're dealing with people that don't know the business the way we do it. But when you're talking about dealing directly with Joe, the owner, they prefer that contract because it's not complicated. You'll have some people look, they've done a number of real estate deals and they may want more, and they'll have their attorney to look at and all that stuff. In reality, the attorney, he gonna do something because they have to justify paying them, right? They gonna always do something because they got to justify you paying them, regardless if the contract was perfect. If Jesus wrote it, they gonna do something, right? So, but yeah, Charles, you're now in that sense you are overthinking it. You say because people gonna laugh at you. I would love who you presented that to that laughed at you at the contract. Again, but normally motivated sellers, they don't care nothing about that. No, not at all. And when I mean motivated seller, let me be clear on that. My definition of motivated seller is based on price. I don't care what they say the situation is. Did the price match up to them being motivated? Because that's what I base being a motivated seller is. What price are they getting? So there's plenty of people on the sales chart. Plenty. Right now, you can go get 10 houses under contract today. But they probably all 10 of them ain't gonna be deals though.
JaVale78 on Instagram is asking, I guess, the definition of what other people's money is.
Oh, banks, private money, hard money. Other people's money is where you're not using your own money. That's other people's money. As long as you ain't using your own, you're using other people's money. Wholesaling is a part of OPM. Understanding you're playing a middleman. You're in between the seller and the buyer, and as long as you have a contract in place, you have equitable interest within that agreement now, to where you can now make an assignment fee in between the deals. Whether that's $1, whether that's $1 million, you have an equitable interest to where you're now utilizing other people's money.
Okay. And then Currency QT is asking, where do we live? Or no, where are we? Yeah, where we live. I'm in Memphis.
Tampa.
Birmingham.
The ham? That's what you say, the ham?
The ham, man.
The ham. I got the ham.
Well, we got a, because I don't see any other questions. I got a question for you, Ty, about the video on Saturday. So I remember one of the guys that was talking about how sometimes realtors are mislisting land. So I wondered, like, how to approach a realtor, to get a deal secured when they have mislisted a property. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to.
Well, I think the example that they gave, they paid full price for it. That's number one, going to give their attention,
Okay.
right? But it's still going to have to be under their terms, and they want to do a novation. Now the realtor be getting paid, they're going to get their money. That's the only thing they care about at the end of the day. Yeah. So
I guess what you're saying is they know that they can get more money for it based on what
a lot of times they don't.
I'm not talking about the realtor. I'm talking about them.
Us. Yeah. Because I don't know if that particular property was already subdivided, but it was listed and they knew if they subdivided it. I think it was 30. Let me see. It was 38 acres. I think they did 16, 11, 11. Point something on each one of them. But yeah, 16, 11, and 11. But it was just a 38 acre parcel. But because of the road frontage and it didn't go that deep back, it was just like a perfect situation for a subdivide. And where it was priced at was like half of what, if you subdivided it, what it would be per acre. So that's what they mean by it. But also sometimes somebody else has already went through the hard work of subdividing it, selling it as one parcel.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the other thing that they were talking about, or whatever.
And somebody wanted to know what or understand what novation is. Can you explain what novation?
Well, I really didn't get it until they would explain. They was explaining what land, but then I've actually been a part of that, but I didn't know that's what it was called. But that was years ago, right?
Okay.
A dude, I didn't do the deal. That's the way he wanted to do it. But I was just wholesale. I couldn't do what he wanted to do or whatever. But he explained it to me that basically you just get a seller, put it on the contract, you have an agreement, and whether you're going to do something to it or not, you're basically, but in this situation, he would, I don't even want to call it owner finance because they wouldn't change hands or whatever in no sense, but they would give him the okay to do the renovations on the house. They've agreed on the property. He takes on all the cost of the repairs or whatever, and then he would just sell it, put it on the market and sell it. That's my understanding of it, right? Am I right, Chevy?
Yeah, it's novation.
Okay, so
you have an agreement with the seller. The seller is agreeing for you to fix the property and put it on the market to sell it at a certain price. But the agreement is based on what they want, though. So, Mr. Seller, we agreed to $150,000, right? That's what you want. Yeah. So anything over that over that 50,000, I get to recoup my whatever I put into it, and I'll get the profit as well. So there's got to be a lot of meat on the bone for novation, though.
Yeah. So like what? So in this situation, with land, like they were saying this, that you can't do this, but with land, I just thinking through it. I was trying to think through it. I guess but I guess they know what they're talking about on that. But So like that property we were just talking about, the 38, I'm gonna use a more even number so I can do it. So we're gonna say it was 40 acres, right? It was 40 acres, and you're gonna do 10, you could do 10 lots of 10 each. I'm sorry, 4 lots of 10 each. So that equal 40. All right, so basically, so you get this novation situation, you get the seller to agree. So we're gonna pay what you're asking. The seller wants, we're gonna say the seller wants 100 grand for that 40 acres, just throwing a number out there. All right. So that's basically, what is that? 40 into, damn, why am I blanking? I'm normally good at that.
How much the seller wants?
They want so that's what is that? What is that? They want 100 grand and it's 40 acres. Yeah. So what is that per acre?
2,500.
It's 2,500.
Yeah, 2,500.
Yeah. Okay. Why am I blanking? Okay. So now, so with the no, so if we subdivide it, so one 40 acre parcel just all combined is 2,500 per acre. But if we subdivide it into smaller 10 acre lots, and it'll be 4 of them, now we can get 5,500 per acre. So now you're going to make an additional $3,000 per acre. You say, well, what does that mean?
120,000.
Yeah, $120,000 profit, because you're going to multiply that 3,000 times the 40 acres, even though you're going to sell it in 4. So that first 30, that first 10 acres, you're going to sell that for 30,000. The second one, you're going to sell that for 30,000. The third one, you're going to sell that for 30,000. And the fourth one, you're going to sell that for 30,000. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My math wrong. My bad. We did on that 5,500. My bad. The first one, 55,000. The second one, 55,000. So you paid to sell off with $10,000 profit.
After the second one.
After the second one. Yeah. And so the next 2 is all profit.
Okay.
And the realtor still get their money, but it's done in sections. So each time you do, you and the seller agreeing on the amount that you're going to pay them, and you may just give it all to them, right? And so you're just going to get them out of the way. But normally you wouldn't probably want to do that. But they'll be happy, if they get half of that each time or whatever, and maybe like half on the first one, and then all the second one, and then pay them off on the third one, and boom, so whatever the numbers work out, whatever you agree on.
Miranda said, "I'm still."
The moral of the story is you're still using OPM.
I don't want them to be confused. Let me start that over.
Take it down, John.
I don't want them to be confused.
Take your time.
Yeah, that's because I'm messing the numbers up in the beginning because I ain't have them in mind now. I got
So I have do you want to pull up a property that I think may fit the bill for what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, let's get it, baby. Boy, what you got?
Okay, let me see because this is one I got a question about. I don't know whether it's gonna do it, but let me pull it up, and then I put the okay. This is in Limestone, Tennessee.
You gonna share your screen?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I can do that. Let me see. I gotta figure out. Okay, present. Okay, slide share screen. Okay. This one. Okay, can you see it?
We can see it. We can see it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, we got echo now.
I have no idea why.
Hello.
That's from you, Ty.
Is it?
We open. We not the same room.
That's me. Y'all can hear me now?
I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
But okay, you see this property right here, right?
Yeah.
All right. You see how it's already It's already split up, right? But I don't know if it fits the bill because the realtor seems to be asking for the exact same price that for land that's not split up. So would this be one of the ones like that? Or I don't know.
Well, let's read the thing here. It says, "Welcome to your slice of Southern paradise, nestled in the heart of the countryside. This level 5-acre lot offer." Okay. All right. So really what she's doing, she's only, which number did she identifying? Did she identify which lot number? Let me see. I don't see that in the description. See, see, it's already subdivided.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
She's only selling one of those lots. She's not selling all of it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But ideally, but this still could be a good example, assuming they were selling all of this, but at the price of, we'll just say that's 40 acres, at the price of what 40 acres would be. You see what I'm saying? Not at the price of what those individuals.
Oh, you're talking about all of this for the 159.
Yeah, all of it for 159.
Okay.
But they would individually sell for
maybe 20,000.
Yeah, 75 each or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So 2 of them would pay for it almost. And so you got another 4 left or whatever. Yeah. Well, 5 left. It's 7 lots. So ideally that's what they're talking about, where it's well, you can see the lot down there. See that first photo below the big photo? It's
lot 7.
They're trying to sell lot 7 for that 159.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. And it got road frontage. But so you're looking at this lot right here. Click on the whole picture so it'll just blow it by itself.
Okay.
The main picture.
You see it?
Yeah. All right. Okay. See how that road frontage is? This is just beautiful. Right. Look at all that road frontage on 2 sides right there. That's just lovely. You know what I'm saying? Then they didn't cut a little space, a little what they call it, an easement between lot 7 and 6 to go back to number 5.
Right.
Yeah.
All right here. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's lovely.
So she's just trying to, he or she, whoever.
Yeah, they're just trying to sell number 7. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to know what they paid for that that deal there or whatever.
And that's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's in Tennessee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, novation, Miranda, is where you have an agreement with the seller, where the seller is just going to give you the property. You don't have to give them no money up front. You give them money on the back end, or you take care of everything on the back end. But you're renovating the property to sell it for a profit, and y'all can either split the profit once the banks get taken care of, or you guys already agreed on a number for them to get once you sell the property. Okay. That's novation.
So I'm trying to understand the novation as well. So this is what I'm understanding about it, real shit, is that most times you are doing a contract on a house as is, right? With the novation, you're doing some work to it to make it more valuable. So when you present it to an end buyer, you can make more money on it. But you're doing this novation so that the seller is in on the sale with you, basically.
Yes. So you're not giving the seller no money up front. You're giving the seller money on the back end if there's something agreed as far as money. I'll give you an example for a subject to. You take over property subject to the existing loan. You now have the property in your possession. You're going to fix the property, put the property on the market, make a profit, and take care of the banks. Novation.
Yeah. Okay, she said she got it. Okay, so I think I got it. Yeah.
All right.
We went.
I mean, Tommy going through the rabbit holes, man. He going down the rabbit holes.
Hand holding, it's okay. We're gonna get there.
So yeah, but that's the easiest way to understand. You're not giving them. You're not giving the seller no money up front. You're giving them money on the back end.
Wrong.
That's it.
That was the. Let me see. Let's see. Extreme Home Properties is asking, "What's up, guys? Ty, can I pull leads from the land portal instead of PropStream and use bandit checks to mail?" Sound like 3 things.
All right. Repeat that.
Okay, so it was like a 3-part question. Can I pull leads from the land portal instead of PropStream, and then also use bandit checks to mail out?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, if and I was going to mention that earlier in the thing. I want to start to get it in because a lot of people don't make it to this point. in the training, but and I'll just go ahead and just show it real quick, just demo what he's talking about. All right. So basically what he's talking about, and would love to partner with anyone that number one signed up. They don't have to sign up through Land Portal, but it makes it easy for what we're trying to do is to build lists there. I'll send you the script on what to say. But basically, you'll choose a market, right, that you want to target, and let me just show you guys this. We're in a little education mode here, so and I want to ask you guys what you all think when you all see this first before I show them this other thing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start in Texas. So let's do one of the hotter areas in the country would be Austin, Texas, right? And so I'm gonna do one of the counties that I know is close to Austin, outside of Austin, which is normally what you like to do. So we're gonna do Bastrop County, Texas. Okay, so you can see Austin right there, and you can see Bastrop County, right? So what it did is just put up all the properties that are sold in a certain time frame, like probably the last 3 years. So what I'm gonna do, make sure that I get everything. I'm gonna reset the filters here, and then I'm gonna go here and deselect all and select lots of land. All right, and so you can see if I go back to the standard view here, you can see there's 266 sales that have happened. Let me do it in the last 12 months instead of, let me see, last 12 months. Last 12 months, 63 sales, right? Mm-hmm. If I change this over to for sale right now, it's 507. Wow. All right, so 507 on the market. And that's like, instead when you change it to for sale, it says days on Zillow, right? So it's 12 months and as early as 3 minutes ago, right? So everything in between. All right. And then, but the sold is only 63 in that time frame. Okay. So remember that. All right. Before you guys comment on it. All right. So now let me just show you one. Let's do, okay, Zillow. Let's do, we could do Baldwin County, Alabama, which is one of the counties that I just sent my VA to target or whatever. So same thing here. Let me reset the filters, and we're going to deselect all lots of land, and we'll do the last 12 months, right? And so boom. So in the last 12 months on this one, in Baldwin County, Alabama, 1363 have sold, right?
Now that's home. That's homes though, right?
No, that's land. That's land.
Okay.
That's just lots of land. Lots of land, yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then for sale, 831.
That's really good.
Now, so going back to the county outside of Austin, you got 63 that sold in that 12 months, and then on the market over 500. All right. So first, let's look at this one. What do you guys think that means? So I guess we start with the real Chevy. Well, what do you think it means, Chevy?
So if 63 sold and 500 plus on market.
Yeah.
That means that there isn't a lot of activities as far as land being sold.
Okay.
It all could. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm catching up from that one.
Okay. All right. So same thing over here. So 831 on the market in the last, on Zillow,
and then 1300 plus. That means
13, yeah.
That means that they're looking for land in that area.
Oh yeah. So as you get it, it's gone.
Yeah, they're looking for land in that area for sure.
Yeah. All right. So I wanted to just share that. Same thing you were thinking, Tori?
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's really selling in Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I was shocked. And it's similar right here in where I'm located in Jefferson County. Same thing, right? Let me see, Jefferson County. All right, so let me reset the filters, change it to lots of land, 12 months. All right, and so look at the sold 884.
Wow.
And for sale 597.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in your backyard.
And then the other thing is the price difference as well, right? So you might have to spend a couple $100,000 in Texas compared to the spending under 100,000 in Alabama. Hell, even under 20,000. So that also comes plays a factor as well.
Well, yeah, it could be. It's just,
the lowest price or something.
I don't know. It's just regardless of the price point, that really won't matter because that's what people can afford. That's the only way they can charge it or whatever. You know, you're gonna have prices all over the place depending on what you're looking for. So that's one for almost $1 million right there, 440. So it's just gonna depend. But anyway, so point is,
do you feel like I want to ask you a question, Ty. When I was watching that video, Sam, do you feel like the cats that were on there, they try to stay away from properties that's going to be like $30,000 a lot or whatever?
yeah. Their sweet spot is trying to stay because they think in terms of how they're going to move it, right? So they assume somebody can pay $20,000 an acre, and they know them, like I say, trying to sell. If they're doing a sub, they do all type, but their target is like, you know, to subdivide 10 acres or so somewhere in there. So you're talking a couple $100,000 or whatever. So, but I just wanted to show you that first. Anyway, so just to go back over here to the land portal, and you can text APN to access this. I'll put it on the screen here in a minute. But anyway, so we're going to use that Baldwin County as a target, right? Because there's just a ton of activity there. And that also means because you can move something so fast, you can pay more to the seller. See, with land, like, okay, so if a lot is $100,000, you determine that the value could be $100,000 retail, you could still pay $70,000 and sell at $90,000 quickly. And that's still a $20,000 payday. It's not like houses where you got to include the repairs and all that stuff or whatever. You know, there's some other factors, but I'm just trying to keep it simple. You still come away with a $20,000 payday. You pay 70% of it. And if you go bigger in numbers, you can pay 80 of it. It may be $1 million property. You pay $800,000 for it, sell it at 90%, or you pay 80%, sell it at 90%, it still is a $100K payday. And that's just the difference in those worlds or whatever. But anyway.
Now, would you say, with that being said, it need to be in an area where property is being sold, though?
Well, yeah. Well, see, by looking at these, like these make it easy for somebody, especially when you're starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have enough to see. One of the biggest issues that most people can't evaluate land is that you don't have a lot to compare it to. But see, you won't have that problem in Baldwin County, Alabama, and definitely in Jefferson County, right? But more so in Baldwin County because it's like you're going down more there than it is in the Ham or whatever. Then this market, this area. So that's the biggest thing is you got a lot to compare to. So now you know how to price and negotiate with the seller. That's, again, you're trying to compare likes to likes as much as possible as far as size and, you know, road frontage, not road frontage, landlocked, all that stuff. But I'm just saying you're going to have a lot of reference to make it easier for you to negotiate something because you have a price reference on what it could sell for. And so obviously you need to get it for less than that to make money or whatever. But to just to show you, just to build this. So you get in here, you go into filter search, right? So we're targeting land. So you do vacant lots. So you have to choose a county and a city. So I'm going to go with Alabama. As we said, we're going to go with Baldwin County. So I choose the county. Next, you want to go down here, and it's all about the road frontage. Now, again, which I could have shown you in Miami too, it's similar to Jefferson County and Baldwin County in Alabama, where there are more sales than properties listed. But a lot of those are going to be more like on the smaller parcel sizes, like under 2 acres. So you would have to filter this differently. So don't get caught up in what I'm about to do now or whatever, because even it's just so many different ways and filter depending on what you want to target. So I'm just going to go with road frontage of at least 600 feet up to, we're going to say.
Why are you choosing 600 as far?
Well, because I'm gonna do 1 to 5 acres at floor size, 1 to 5 acres. Now, if I was going to do like 20 acres to maybe 100 acres, I would do 1,000 to 5,000. Because like that one that you showed, it had a tremendous amount of road frontage on it, right? So that's like just beautiful. It was a corner lot, you know. It was basically a corner lot.
It looked beautiful.
Yeah. So it just makes it very easy to subdivide it if that's an option or whatever. So the acreage, I'm gonna say 1 to 5 acres, and then you can. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply the list here. This is gonna probably be a decent sized list, and you can download all of this if you want it. And I'll just show you how you can reduce it based on what your cost. But that's 854. That's not a lot. All right. So what would that cost you, right? Well, let's do this first before I get into that. So I'm going to hit list view, and if I hit show map, it'll show them all pinpointed on the map here, right? So if I click on one of these, zooms in on it, and boom, so you can see the road frontage there. Now that looks like it has some, it's a wetland, like that's water in the middle there. Probably wouldn't be ideal, right? Look at another one. Let's look at this 1.12 acres. Okay. Pretty nice little property right there. That would be cool right there. Not that far from the water, looks like either. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So let's look at one more. Let's look at this 3 acres. See what we got on this. Oh, corner lot. Lovely. Beautiful. Lovely. All right. So if I go back to filter and let me remove this. And so I could save this. I'm not, but if you hit save, you just name it, boom, 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 and then you go ahead and you find it. But so what you'll do here is once you have something saved, just go to save searches. And you could have did it from there also. But go to save searches, and if you hit export, so now you can skip trace. You can send yourself an email, and you always want to remove duplicates. All right, so you can see that reduced the price down. So that reduced it down to 227 items there. And so then, of course, you would just skip trace it from there. So, and then once you skip trace it, your orders will look like this, the order page. And this is the skip trace side. And then this is the export side. And they're working on it. I normally download both of them because the export side, just looking at, this is the exported page that's not skipped up here. It gives you the lots, the acre size, the actual acres, and then it's in square footage, and then the parcel number, which is important when you research it sometimes because a lot of these won't have an address. So what I do is I just copy all of this, right? I copy all of it, and I have the skip trace version. And so what I'll do is I'll just create 3 columns here. If you right click and say insert to the left, right click, insert to the left, right click, insert to the left, I can just copy and paste those over here. Because now, once you go back to the list, you can see, because this is the one with the phone numbers on it, right? Okay. And now you can see the size and stuff. It just helps you reference whatever you're doing, your research back and forth or whatever. But I already done it, so that's why it looks like that.
I guess he was asking about the bandit checks. I don't know if he was on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm going to go through that process. So with the bandit checks, that's really for one-offs though. Now, if you're going to do a larger, I hadn't been to the site in a minute, but if you're doing one-offs, that's really what bandit checks is about, and that's basically you sending an actual. Oh, it needs to be updated. Dang, it's one or two. Yeah, it's going to allow you to. Let me just take you over here to it. I need to tell him to. The plug must have went out on it. How do I get to my thing? Damn it. There you go. Boom. Right. All right. So basically, you're going to be sending out these. I call them bandit checks instead of bandit signs, bandit checks or whatever. But this is the company that I've done print mail with over the years. They're out in St. Louis, and they created this just for my audience or whatever. And so people go to banditchecks.com to get to here or whatever. And basically, you'll just send out this actual thing that look. And we've all gotten them for all types of different marketing things. And you send out, and it'll allow, once you put in the information, will actually allow you to. I'm sorry. Let me back up. You can upload an entire list. You just have to have a column in there that identifies the price, and then you make the adjustment on what percentage of the market value you want to pay, and then they'll take care of everything else. But to answer his question, yeah, you can use it to send out. Then of course you can reach out to the guys and call them. You can speak to Corey or Ryan, and they'll take care of you.
They are extremely helpful.
Yeah. All right, I went through that dissertation.
I think people was liking that information. So
now that was great. That was great info. I always like, man, I've never done no land. I don't even know how to comp a land, but just that little tutorial that you just did, I now fully understand how to comp a land.
Yeah.
So thank you for that information. That was great.
Yeah, when you're in the area where the activity is high, it makes it a lot easier because you got something to go by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got something to go by.
And I've been looking at a few videos about land, and a lot of people call it a blue ocean because a lot of people not getting into land.
Oh no, most people are afraid of it. People that are very successful with houses, terrified of land or have zero interest in it. I ain't gonna say terrified, just zero interest because they don't understand it. And I was one of them, and probably would still be one of them. But until Angie called me that day, I had no clue, right? I'm like, just no clue. And she just assumed that I was doing what she was doing. But she was calling me about one of my videos about commercial real estate. And she just like introduced herself and let me know who she was and what she did. I'm like, whoa. You do what now? And so I don't even remember what she called me about. You know, it was, I don't know what part of commercial real estate she called me about because I already had a deal in the pipeline that we did out in Texas. I think we did 37 or 38,000 on it. I already had a deal in the pipeline. Did another one in Miami for 39. Did one in Baldwin County, 80 acres. It was already subdivided into 40 acre lots. Two 40 acre lots each, 210. And we double closed it with two different buyers on the same day.
Dope.
It was beautiful.
Now, did you know that land was being sold like that in Jefferson County?
No.
Okay,
No, I just looked this up the other 2 days ago. Was last night or the night before last? When I saw that, because what I was trying to do was I started out in Mississippi, and a lot of markets will be like, okay, so the sold will be, we'll just say 100, and then the for sale will be 200. That's like normal in a lot of markets.
Yeah.
And then when I went out to Texas and saw, man, they only sold 63 and they got 500 on the market. And I asked ChatGPT, what does that mean? She said, well, it's a buyer's market because there's too many properties on the market. You know, could be a lot of different factors, but a lot of times they're just asking too much or just too much inventory or whatever. Yeah. And so then when I said, well, let me see what I got locally here. Well, I'm all over the country. So I looked in Shelby County first, and it was lopsided like Jefferson County is. And then when I looked at Jefferson County, I said, oh my, I said, what the hell is going on around here that I'm not being a part of? I'm talking about all these places different.
I know, like you just your backyard.
Yeah, it's right. It's going. I know what's happening. I know this.
Like,
gold in the backyard.
Yeah.
AC is asking the question. Say, I've been finding properties and talking to owners that I came across just driving around. I checked the county tax records on them to see the idea of its background. These are the first deals I'm doing. So, I guess the old taxes. I guess he's looking them up. He's driving around finding properties that owe taxes, and I guess he'll try to do
that could be a target from potential motivated sellers. You know, obviously they haven't paid the taxes. There's some reason. I don't know if it's a motivating reason to sell to you cheap, Well, what do you think about that?
I mean, when you tax delinquent, and in my city, we get tax delinquent a lot, and sometimes we just offer just to pay the back taxes and buy a property like that. So yeah, that's a niche list for sure. That's a great way to target sellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to target sellers, especially you're in Georgia. I mean, depending on what part of Georgia that you're in, you might be on the outskirts of Atlanta.
Oh, so you're using that wouldn't actually be the value, though.
No, that's not how you find the value of a house through tax records.
Oh no.
So to find the value of a house, you're gonna look at the comps, what's been sold in the area.
Yeah, you're gonna compare other properties that have already sold.
Yeah, because a lot of times the tax record is not going to really be the actual value of the house. It's just what the city deemed to be the value.
Yeah, a lot of times it's less. A lot of times it's less than what it probably would be worth, or whatever.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I just told the seller the other day. I said Zillow.
That number, like
I just told the seller the other day. I said Zillow said your house is worth. I use that to my advantage.
The assessor of property told me.
Hey, like what you want me to do? That's what the internet's saying, man. What you want me to do?
Man, Ellenwood, Stockbridge. I've never heard of either one of those cities, but definitely let's collaborate. I'd love to do a deal out there for sure.
What, talking about in the Atlanta area?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, almost definitely.
Yep.
Just understand, guys. You could throw a rope on the moon and pull it towards you, but if you ain't talking to sellers, none of that matters. You gotta get in the game and start calling these people. Start talking to sellers.
Oh yeah.
You put deals together. Like you can do all the ripping and running and all the moving around you want to do, and you have 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 plus people in a pipeline. But if you ain't talking to nobody, none of that matters. Like, let's take action. Let's pick up a phone. Let's go knock on the door. Send a bird with a note on the foot. Something. Let's get in front of some sellers.
Like y'all said earlier with like Charles, if you got a deal, nobody's gonna laugh at you. Your 1-page contract. If you got a deal, like you got a real deal.
Charles is holding himself back. That is.
Yeah. Don't. I think probably the biggest thing, and I've gotten in trouble on this sometimes, and you guys probably can attest the same, is that I'm not going to stop from doing something because I'm afraid it has to be perfect. I'm gonna make mistakes. I expect to make mistakes. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how you're gonna grow and learn is by making those mistakes, so you don't make them again.
We can sit here and talk till we turn whatever color you want me to be besides the one I am. But ain't nothing gonna be better than experience.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Life best teacher.
Now we want to try to limit his mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But that's one of the great things about, if we just talk about wholesaling, it's one of those businesses that you can make mistakes and still end up with a 5-figure payday.
Yeah.
Make a ton of mistakes.
Are you all familiar with what AC is talking about? Saying Atlanta has a new law in effect for abandoned houses without being owner occupied.
Well, what's the
educate us, AC?
Yeah, please. You know, we and my mother would say we love to learn. Yeah. So what?
Don Smith is asking.
We love to learn.
Don is asking, what's the buy criteria? 70% ARV or something else?
70% ARV or something else. So I mean, just a general basis as far as you learning the game. 70% is fine, but there's buyers that buy at 80%, buyers that buy at 90%. Like it just all depends. But just to generalize learning how to actually analyze and evaluate a deal, it's good to start at a 70% rule for sure.
Now, the next layer of that, because technology exists, and I can show you, we don't have any more properties to come.
Yeah, right now. I don't have it.
What state? What state? So it'll make it easier. What state?
Let's go
Well,
to
We got
does
where?
he's at.
let's go to Atlanta. Let's go to Stockbridge.
Okay. All right. Let me do that one. So what's the
AC is saying it's called blight tax. Does that sound familiar? Blight tax.
well, blight, which I recently realized what that word meant.
Okay.
And I may still get it wrong, but it basically is just abandoned houses or whatever. And there's a lot of them. Get rid of blight. Matter of fact, we'll do this in a second. Remember that?
Yeah.
What's that address?
No, we don't have no address. I'm just saying, let's go.
I thought we had.
Okay, blight tax ordinance increase property taxes on owners of neglected properties by up to 25 times the city's mileage rate.
I think we were going to talk about the R, the 70%. Or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put in a property that I know it'll pull up a lot of data on it, right? And so let me just pull one. Go ahead and ask another question while I'm doing that.
No, that was the last one.
That was it, and I just went over the blight tax thing.
Yeah.
So
read it again, just out of my curiosity. Read it again.
They're increasing tax. So Atlanta City Council approved a blight tax ordinance that would increase property taxes on owners of neglected properties by up to 25 times the city's mileage rate. The tax would apply to residential, commercial, and industrial properties that the city deems blighted, but would not apply to occupied property. So if the property is abandoned or vacant, they're going to increase the property taxes.
That's what they should do. They should have been doing it.
So they're trying to curb corporations from leaving properties in poor condition and gentrifying neighborhoods.
Yeah, it should have been doing it.
Maybe that'll
but not only corporations, just everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, get that mess out the neighborhood, man. Sell it. You I know you've experienced it, Chevy. Like you trying to get retail for something that's it's doo-doo tail. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And ain't budging.
Yep. And thinking that you're wrong for low balling.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you used to say, Ty, if you ain't making an offer low, if you ain't being cursed out, then you ain't making an offer low enough.
Yeah. If you're not embarrassed, you're probably Yeah. But they really, like you say, cut you out because they think you wrong.
Hey man,
that mess out that yard, man.
But we going over the 70%.
Yeah. I'm about to. I can't really. You know what? I'm gonna show it today. If they take the video down, we ain't showing phone numbers. I ain't gonna do that. Let me just do that. It ain't gonna take but a second.
With all of us,
we could comp the property that
I got one. I got one.
You got one? Okay.
I think we're about to show the buyers and what they.
Yeah. I'm trying to show what buyer. I know we use that general 70%, but like when using investor base /cashbuyer.ai by way of investor base. It'll actually show you what buyers are paying. That's the great thing about it. If there's enough activity, it's going to show you what they're willing to pay or whatever. So, what happened?
There was also another one that what was it? Privy? I think it was Privy. Yeah,
Privy is good too. This is more just directly for that. Like that's what it's set up for.
For the buying activities.
Yeah, for a buyer's activity, it shows you how much they paid. It give you their phone numbers, all that, So, but yeah, give me just a second here. I got them. I'm getting to it. How are we doing that? All right, so we got this one. Yeah. Oh, they got a good deal on that. Oh my God. Oh,
you gonna share the screen?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, give me a second. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna share it.
We both said at the same time too. You gonna share? What's up?
Yeah. I'm building the case here. I can't. They tripping. These some deals.
You're in Georgia?
No, I'm in Center Point, Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, these were some deals. Let me see here.
The suspense is killing us, man.
I know.
Wait a minute. Hold your horses.
Scary movie or something like that.
Hold your horses. All right, so
how can I get in contact?
Well, yeah, I'm saying we ain't got no more questions. Come on, man. Yeah, y'all, what y'all doing out there?
Somebody asking, how can I get in contact? You have a deal, AC?
205-964-5243.
Hey, that's what's happening. I'm impressed, man.
Memorize it. Okay.
Let's call that marketing. All right, here we go. I think we're good now. Okay, yeah. This will be good enough for what I'm trying to show. All right, so where my screen? So share, boom. Okay, so here we go here. Okay, so all right, so we have our target property right here, right? It's a 1955. All right, and so everything here is in here a little newer, except this one down here, but we're gonna roll with it all for the sake of this, for what I'm trying to do here. And ours is really small compared to those two. I picked out the worst one, but anyway, so now you can see. Now I picked these based on these are flips from Investor Base, right? And so now we can see. We can start to line things up. So they basically sold from $69 to $83 a square foot, and they got one down for $148. But it's the smaller one, which is probably closer to ours in reality. All right, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use one of well, no, I'll leave these in here. That's fine. That's cool for what I'm trying to do. So now we can see. Look at the ARP the ARP percentage they're paying. Look like they paid 28 on that. They paid 61. They paid 30 something. They paid 20. So really, this was the outlier right here, right? So if I remove that one, the average percentage of ARV is under 30%. So like you're seeing what they're willing to do for whatever reason. Now, these are some big houses, so that may be why. You see, if you look at these these square footages over here, the renovations probably they weren't paying more than such because of what they were going to do to them for the renovation. And if you can see, they went in there and did their thing on these.
It was nice.
Yeah, they went in there and did their thing on these. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, oh yeah, yeah, they did their thing on that one, right? And so look at this other one. Let's see. Is that same one? That's different. That's different. All right. And so look at the photos on this one. It's like my boy Matthew, something he would do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I know we say 70%. They wouldn't have paid that on these. Based on this, they wouldn't have paid that. Mm-hmm. You see something? They got some. I said they were good deal, but they probably spent $100 in every one of these because of the square footage. 3,200 square foot to almost 28, another 3,200. Oh, they spent some good bread to make them houses look like that. They spent some good bread. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
I think the reason why you're saying the 70%, so that when you're going in talking to a seller, you kind of have an idea.
Well, yeah, but you have to have something to go by. If you can't afford these tools and all that stuff, you got to have something to go by. And Zillow is not going to identify. You could dive deeper in there and see on which ones like this. You could tell the ones that were flips or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at them closely, probably enough. But it'll take just a little bit more time to look at that price history, and you can probably figure out the ones that are flipped. But the way the tool works, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. I'm gonna stop sharing now, and I'm just gonna show you the map of those flippers, and so you can see.
So they bought it at 30% of the ARV.
Yeah, they were buying them at 30 or less. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times to really put in, like, let's just say you pick something up for 30,000, you put 100,000 into it, then you could sell it for top dollar for sure, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Compared to if you bought something for 100,000 and put 30,000 into it. So yeah.
Yeah. So let me just show you the map really quick.
And while you're looking it up, Dime is asking, saying that they never heard of land portal before. Could it be a substitute for PropStream because it's much cheaper? I'm new to land. I've done houses before.
All right, I'll answer that in just a second. But so this is how the map looks once you put. I just screenshot that portion of it. I didn't do the entire screen on what you'll see. So the light blue, y'all can see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the light blue are flippers, the hammer and the wrench. And then the green, black key, those are landlords. And I didn't even do those, because that'll change. Because landlords tend to pay more than flippers will, right? Because it's a long-term play. But you can see it's more flipper activity in here than it is landlord.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but that's like really good activity. That's within a year, within a mile. That's the setting that I put in there. Within a year, within a mile, right? Okay. So,
and which tool is this one?
Okay, so this is I'll make sure I can get some commission on this, but cash by
AI. Okay.
Well, yeah, hold on. But this is the actual tool, so I can at least show this part. So what you would do is you put your filter in. So like it's defaulted at 2 miles, 1 year search period, and then you can choose the property types that you want, and then you can do flippers and landlords. You can just do landlords or flippers, and then you can skip trace here once you put an address in. And then once that happens, it'll pull up all the information over here on the right. But then the map will show what did I do with it? The map will show like this. It'll zoom into that area, and the map will show like that, right?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Oh, it's powerful. Dope is not the word. It is powerful.
And I think you were saying that they probably needed to get it for 30 cents on the dollar. Because of how large those.
Yeah, because of square footage. Yeah, the square footage. Yeah, because they were putting a lot of money in to make those. Because they can get that retail price, they were putting that type of bread into it, but they had to get them relatively cheap. So in comparison, 70% wouldn't have worked for them or whatever.
I mean, and then in some cases, those houses were really, really run down and just need a lot of work as well. So that could be some cases, especially when you're getting it for that cheap, for sure.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. So, but yeah, so as far as land portal, if you're targeting land, no question, it's better than PropStream. It ain't even nothing to think about, because you're gonna be able to do everything in there. You're gonna be able to build your list, skip trace it, remove the duplicates, boom, you're ready to rock and roll. Maybe you're ready to start to make calls or whatever. It's like I said, it's cheap, but it's specialized just for that, whereas PropStream does so much more than that, but it's specialized for that, which I've encouraged the guys over at PropStream to do some different things, but hey, I don't know.
And then the other one is investor based.
Yeah, the other one is investor based.
Okay, and so what was it?
You can text the word boss to 205-964-5243.
So I get my But the beauty about land portal is the front has got frontage.
You may see the importance of the road frontage. It ain't a deal breaker, but that makes it very attractive with road frontage. It just does. And you can live, and this didn't exist. They hadn't been around for more than a year. They didn't even been a year. And I was like, because what I was doing to build list in PropStream to try to ensure some road frontage was targeting mobile homes with 10 acres or more. Yeah. Right. And so that's just going to eliminate a lot of properties or whatever. Otherwise, you just have to build a large list of vacant land and you're going to get what you're going to get. Right. Whereas this condenses that. Now you can say, hey, like I said, 1,000 to 5,000 square feet of road, not square feet, of feet of road frontage. We're going to get a lot of corner lots. And sometimes it's surrounded by 3 streets or whatever. You got one right here and then 2 right here.
You looking this property up, the real Chevy?
Yeah. I was.
Yeah. Well, it's a fire. Well, I want to say, see, AC, how much are they asking for the?
She said he said 55K.
Yeah, she did say that. Okay.
55K fire damage.
And land portal use AI.
Yeah, that's part of one of the things that they use. Yeah, is using AI.
Because is that the biggest hurdle sometimes with land? There's no road.
Well, yeah, you can still sell landlocked properties, but if you start talking about doing subdivides and stuff like that to try, see, subdividing is land's version of fix and flipping. You're taking an asset and you're changing it to increase the value. That's what we do. That's what you do with a house when you're fixing and flipping it. You're taking a house and you're changing it. Normally improve it, obviously, but yeah. And so that's land's version of fixing and flipping, taking an asset. And so it's hard. It's harder to move properties that are landlocked when subdivided. And then sometimes they'll have road frontage, but it'll be very little road frontage, and it may be 100 acres, right? And it'll just be what we'll call, it may be what we call a flag lot, whereas there's a like a tube that's part of the acreage, then it just opens up to a wide part of it, like a flag. Basically, like how a flag is. Just imagine the stick on the flag is the road frontage, and then you got the flag is where most of the acreage is. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I like to see a few more of those where the flag is where it's like, is because it's shaped like a flag, is it just because you can't subdivide it? Is that
yeah, it makes it difficult to subdivide because it's because of the road frontage.
Yeah, okay.
It makes it difficult. Now, well, let me put it like this: you can subdivide anything that has road frontage. It's just now it's going to cost money because you're going to have to put a road in, because people got to be able to access their property. But if it already has a lot of road frontage, then you just putting the line down the, you know what I'm saying, just down the sides of it, and there you go. It's subdivided. Now, there's more to it than that. I'm just saying, just as an initial look at something, you say, oh yeah, we don't have to put, because it costs money to put a road in. You can subdivide a lot of stuff if you're willing to take on that $200,000-$300,000, depending on what type of road it is, and probably more than that to put in a road or whatever.
They only want $55,000 for that.
Oh, that's it.
What
and they want 55. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's going to need extensive work.
They say it's burnout. It's burnout.
Yeah, it's a burnout.
Okay.
Yeah, at 55, it's a solid deal. It's going to need a lot of work though, but yeah, it's a solid deal.
Is it repairable?
I mean, you put the right amount of money in the property.
They're saying that they are doing updated pics for it. I guess.
Well, I guess what I mean is, sometimes fire damage, they're not. You guys got to tear them down. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough structure there left to
actually rebuild it.
Yeah, not enough foundation there. Yeah,
a new house.
If it got strong bones at 55, I would do it.
Oh yeah,
you could move that back. I mean, there's plenty of equity in it. Once you get all the permits and everything updated, Flipper will eat that up all day. Especially for matter of fact, call me. Call me up. Call me up. Let me help you with that. Hit me up.
Dime is asking, do you recommend getting an LLC and website first before wholesaling?
No, it does. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? Don't matter. You could do a deal with LLC or without. You're gonna pay more taxes, but yeah.
And then AC is saying they haven't seen it yet, so they don't know.
I mean, they're going to take pictures. AC, man, hit me up. 318-588-7134. Let's do that deal together, man. That's a deal all day.
That's a deal.
That is a deal. At 55, yeah. I would still try to get it lower. I would still go for a discount. I'm still going to ask for a discount. I want to get it as low as possible.
No.
That's it.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that was it.
All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. We've been rolling, guys. So some
Dude, it's
good
like the
stuff.
time just go by like nothing.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Valuable content, you know.
Oh yeah. I like to think so. Well, good. We got it in, guys. So continue on with your day, continue on with ours. Hopefully some money will be made somewhere. And well, I guess we'll be back today, Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday for show. And make sure you I ain't put my man's thing up today. Follow D Real Chevy at D Real Chevy everywhere.
Everywhere, everywhere.
And make sure you what's the word? Subscribe to the channel, like it, share on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere else. You'll find me. You know, they got some fakes out there, but well, I don't know what to do yet. Hey, so I'm not currently doing any crypto. I think I had a couple people on here about crypto, but that's been a couple years ago. So, but I'm not currently. You get something saying about crypto, it ain't me or whatever. So I'm not hard to reach. You know, I got phone numbers out there, so I ain't hard to reach. So you know, if you ever question something, it ain't me. But if you end up buying something, I don't. Hey, they got fake Jordans out there. Jordan can't be responsible, you know what I'm saying? You can't be responsible for that, you know. So
Leo is asking the Real Chevy about your phone number.
318-588-7134. Text me and I'll text you back too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good. All right. So with that being said, guys, we appreciate everyone that joined us today. Please tell a friend, someone that you think that may be interested. I guess sometimes people just don't know, like for people to know what they're interested in too, because they may not be. That's a scam. So you don't want all the negative tips. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So
you want to keep it to yourself. You don't want to tell nobody.
Yeah. You think which one you think is more? People want to keep it to themselves?
I think people are sometimes scared to tell somebody what they're getting into because they don't want somebody to discourage them. And a lot of times, when people don't know, the first thing they do is they put their own fear on you. So they're going to discourage you. That's the first thing people do. That's a natural thing. You know, I'm thankful for my mom, man. Anything I told her I was doing, she was like, go do it. She didn't care what it was. She was like, go do it. That's why I'm at where I'm at.
Boom. Oh, that's what's up. I wonder what my mama would have said. I'm just knowing her, she might be watching it, but anyway, she don't know nothing about no entrepreneurship. I know just hey, you need to go to work, get up, wake up. She had no clue what I do. Well, she do now because she watched this order. She can, tell you stuff that surprised me when she said it, but it's funny. But back then, like when you talking about. No, back
you need to get to a job.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, I mean, mentoring more closest. How old are you, Chevy?
I'm 38. I'm about to be 39 in December.
Yeah. So when we were growing up, you said, I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was, and probably until I was 20 something. Yeah. But once I did, that fire did get lit up under me when I was in college. And I've told this a number of times, but back then you said you wanted to start your own business, quote unquote, an entrepreneur. That means you were lazy and you didn't want to work for nobody.
Yep.
But now it's the flip flop.
Yeah, it's encouraged.
They think you're a dumbass if you do want. You're a dumbass if you do want to work for somebody.
Yeah.
And it's cool to be an entrepreneur, but that's the problem. Now it's okay to still work. You know what I'm saying? As long as the first goal every human should going to accomplish is happiness.
Yeah.
And that can be accomplished as long as it's not hurting someone else. Happiness. That's the first things you accomplish. You're going to have people that's going to work. You're going to have people start business. You're going to have people that do both. That's what makes the world go round. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Or we can't sell. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Like when people say, what's up, King? No, all of us couldn't been kings. That ain't how it worked. That ain't how it worked. You had a king and you had millions that wasn't kings.
It's up here though, man. It starts in the top, like not everybody's a king. That's like you're right. Not everybody's boss.
No, you got to have way more Indians than you have chiefs.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Way more.
That's true.
So anyway, I'm just tripping. Anyway,
hilarious.
Just one of my little thoughts I have.
But yeah, now there's marriage entrepreneur, solopreneur. Everybody love putting preneur on the end of their name, man. It's beautiful though.
Manure.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. Either way it goes, man. Hit us up. Let's make some money together. Let's grow together.
Yeah.
Let us help you help yourself, because at the end of the day, with the right resources, you're gonna go real far. And that's what we are.
All right, guys. So we'll see you on Friday, I guess. And thanks. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.